Hello, welcome back to my channel. In this video I will want to explain you some electronic devices and circuit energy band in solid. Here solid means it can be conductor, it can be insulator, or it can be semiconductor also, right? So to understand these things you need to know first energy gap. Okay, it is also denoted as Eg, also known as band gap or forbidden energy gap. So what does it mean actually, energy gap? Energy gap is nothing but the gap between valence band and the conduction band. So what is valence band and what is conduction band? First let me draw the energy band diagram. You can see there is a discrete energy level in any solids where electrons are generally present, right? So in this discrete energy level, the lower energy level is known as valence band and excited state or higher energy level is known as conduction band. So VB means valence band and CB means conduction band. The gap between valence band and conduction band, this is known as energy gap. Okay, that means this gap, I am talking about this gap. Okay, as this is the energy gap, the unit is unit of energy. Okay, because it is a energy gap, so unit is electron volt. Okay, electron volt is the unit of energy gap. So what does it mean? To reach an electron from valence band to conduction band, how much energy is required? That is called energy band gap. So if the gap is more, that means more energy is required. If the gap is small, that means less energy is required. Okay, so now in different solids I will show you how this gap will change. Overall, this is known as energy band diagram or EB diagram. I am writing in short form. You can see this is valence band, this is conduction band. Valence band means all the covalent bonds are generally present over here, and conduction band is another energy level where when electrons will be excited state, it goes to the conduction band. Okay, and become free. So when electron will reach to the conduction band, it will become free, and when it become free, it will ready to conduct. Three different type of solids. One is conductor, insulator and semiconductor. This gap is also different. Okay, so that's why their conductivity, their nature is also different. Okay, germanium is and silicon are naturally available semiconductor. What is the value of this gap? Okay, so this gap is Eg0, I am writing here Eg0 means at 0 Kelvin and Eg at 300 Kelvin. 300 Kelvin is room temperature. So that means at 0 Kelvin and at 300 Kelvin, I will explain you how this gap is changing. So one thing, just keep it in your mind, energy band gap Eg always decreases with temperature, inversely proportional, where T is the temperature. So when temperature increases, energy gap will decreases. 0 Kelvin 0.785 electron volt. Now when temperature increases to 300 Kelvin, it will become 0.72 electron volt. That means the energy gap is decreases when temperature increases. In case of silicon, at 0 Kelvin it is 1.21 electron volt. Now at 300 Kelvin it will be 1.1 electron volt. These values are important for your competitive exam also. You can see in case of solid, I am taking the first one is metals. First of all, the metals is a good conductor of electricity because they allow a large flow of current through them. First point for metal, you have to write that it is a metallic bonding. So what kind of bonding it has? It has metallic bonding. Second point is that it is unipolar. Unipolar means only one charge carrier is present. In case of semiconductor, there are two charge carrier present. One is called electron, another is called hole. But in case of metal or conductors, only electron will take part in current conduction. No concept of hole is there in case of metal or conductors, right? So that's why it is unipolar. It only depends on electrons. So the current conduction only depends on electrons only, because there is no concept of hole here. That's why it is called unipolar. Uni means one. Next is the third point. Electron concentration is very high, almost 10 to the power of 28 per meter cube. Okay, electron concentration is denoted as small n. It is almost 10 to the power of 28 per meter cube. Per meter cube means per unit volume, 10 to the power of 28 number of electrons available, right? So that's why electron concentration is very high in case of metal. Now next is fourth point is the electron concentration is independent of temperature. That means if temperature increases or decreases, it will not affect the value of n, right? It will be almost remain constant. I want to show you that energy band diagram of a metal. Valence band and conduction band is also there, but please remember one thing, that valence band and conduction band here are overlapped each other. Means from here to here it is a valence band, and from here to here it is the conduction band. Do you understand? So that means this particular part in between this region is the overlapped region. Okay, overlapped region means there is no gap in between valence band and conduction band. So energy band gap is zero. So as gap is zero, so that means electrons are always available, always free. So as electrons are free, it is always ready to conduct. Even at 0 Kelvin, conductor can conduct electricity, but semiconductor cannot. Energy band gap Eg equals to 0. Free electrons are always available. So that means always conduction band having few electrons are present. One thing, just keep it in your mind, that whenever electrons are present in conduction band, that means we can say electrons are freely available to conduct. So that means even at 0 Kelvin, it can conduct, but in case of semiconductor it is not possible. And the next point is, it will show the positive temperature coefficient of resistance. Because of this overlapping, it will show PTC of resistance. PTC means positive temperature coefficient of resistance. Positive temperature coefficient of resistance. What does it mean? When temperature increases, resistance is also increases. Both are increases, that's why it is called positive. That means conductivity decreases, because resistance and conductance are opposite to each other. And the sixth point is, in metals there will be only drift current is present. Only drift current. There is no diffusion concept. Okay. Examples of metals, you know that gold, silver, platinum, okay, copper, aluminium, iron, zinc, these all are the examples of metals. Now here you can see the energy band diagram of an insulator. Okay, so for insulator, as you know that insulators are bad conductor of electricity. It does not allow any electron to flow through them. Why it does not allow? For these things you have to understand why it is not allowing any electron to flow through them. Because of this band gap. This band gap is very high. This gap is very high. That means the gap between valence band and the conduction band, this gap is very high. As this energy gap is very high, electron cannot reach to the conduction band. Okay, so this gap is almost greater than equals to 5 electron volt. That means it's a huge gap. Almost 5 electron volt energy required to reach an electron from valence band to the conduction band. That's why it does not allow any electron to flow, because until and unless electron will reach to the conduction band, electrons will not become a free electron. When it will not become a free electron, it cannot conduct. First point is, it has ionic bonding. The second point is, conductivity is denoted as sigma. Conductivity denoted as sigma. So sigma is almost 0. This is for ideal case. So for ideal case it is almost exactly equals to 0, but in practical case that sigma is almost negligible. Why it is not allowing conductivity? Because all the electrons are present here, so it is completely filled. Valence band is completely filled, but conduction band is completely empty. So as it is empty, so that means no electrons are available. No electrons are available in the conduction band. That's why it is not allowing any electron to flow through them. And the third point is that it has negative temperature coefficient of resistance, NTC of R. Negative temperature coefficient of resistance. What does it mean? When temperature increases, its resistance will decrease. Okay, diamond, silicon dioxide, air, rubber, plastics, these are the examples of an insulator. Now here you can see the energy band in solid semiconductors belongs to group 4 element in periodic table. One point, first of all you have to remember, here it has valence electron is 4. Second point, most important point, it has covalent bonding. Covalent means sharing of electron. Conductor, it was metallic bonding. In insulator it was ionic bonding, but in semiconductor it is covalent bonding. The third point is, it is bipolar in nature. So the third point is it is bipolar. Bipolar means having two different types of charge carriers. Okay, so that means it has two charge carrier. One is electron and another is hole. So there are two charge carrier in case of semiconductor. So that's why it is called bipolar in nature. Let me draw the energy band diagram of naturally available semiconductor. Gap between valence band and conduction band is a very small, that is moderate gap. So between valence band and conduction band, the gap, this gap is moderate. Eg is very small. Range is almost 0.7 electron volt to 1.5 electron volt. This is the range. The gap between valence band and conduction band vary in between this range. Now at T is equals to 0 Kelvin, means absolute zero temperature. What will happen? All the electrons are present in the valence band. So valence band is completely filled. This is filled totally. This is totally filled. And conduction band is completely empty. Completely empty. It means there is no electrons available in conduction band. As there is no electrons are available in the conduction band, that's why conductivity becomes zero, because conductivity depends on number of electrons availability in the conduction band only, not in the valence band. As conduction band is completely empty at T is equals to 0 Kelvin, that means conductivity at T is equals to 0 Kelvin is zero. Okay, there will be no conductivity at absolute zero temperature in case of semiconductor. That's why at T is equals to 0 Kelvin, that semiconductor will behave as an insulator. So that means the semiconductor will behave as an insulator at T is equals to 0 Kelvin. Now when the temperature increases, suppose I am increasing the temperature, now covalent bond in the valence band will be broken up. When it is broken up, the electron will reach to the conduction band. Okay, so electron will reach to the conduction band like this whenever temperature we are increasing. So whenever temperature we are increasing and it reaches to the 300 Kelvin room temperature or 27 degrees centigrade, so at room temperature conduction band will be filled with some few electrons, because electron can reach to the conduction band as the gap is very small. Okay, so electron can reach, now it will ready to conduct. Now when electron will reaches from valence band to the conduction band, there is a vacancy will created. That vacancy is nothing but the hole, because electron already reaches to the conduction band, so that means a vacancy has been created. So here the hole has been created. This is how hole created, and this is how electron reaches to the conduction band. So now electron and hole creation already done. Now it is ready to conduct. Okay, and this energy gap is also decreases with the temperature. When temperature increases, this energy gap also decreases. So at room temperature, because of thermal energy, a large number of covalent bonds will be broken and equal number of electron and hole will be generated, and it will be created, and there will be a small conductivity in the semiconductor. Another point, it is also negative temperature coefficient of resistance, NTC of resistance. That means when temperature increases, resistance will decrease. So here the fifth point I am writing, here it is having diffusion current also. Diffusion means the carrier will transfer from higher concentration to lower concentration, that is known as diffusion. Okay, so naturally available semiconductors are silicon and germanium. So what is the definition of semiconductors? Semiconductors are the elements whose conductivity lies between conductivity of an insulator and conductivity of an conductor. Okay, so this is all about the energy band in solid in case of conductor, semiconductor and insulator.